downtown Atlanta, and while we were waiting to catch the train, all of a sudden my mother said, "Do you have a will?" And I said, "A what?" She said, "A will." And I said, "Not that I know of." She called a lawyer friend over and had me write out a will. She was just sure I was going to be killed the first week I was in service.
Wasn't long before we started seeing they started recruiting, you know. So they came to Fort Valley College at that time, and we all was there lined up. And they looked at our resume for us being it and saw, you know, I played basketball, ran track. So more or less, that was the first one. They said, fall out. Fall out, they figured, you going. You figure you're in good shape, you're an athlete, whatever it is. But they ended up taking approximately maybe 95% of the young men off the campus and taking them to Warner Robins in order what? To recruit them and put them in the Army.
Up next, don't miss Remembering World War II, a Georgia Traveler special, followed by Part 1 of Ken Burns' The War, all tonight on GPB.
Next time on The War, fresh troops are tested in North Africa as America redefines freedom. And the skies take their toll. In Part 2 of The War.
Tomorrow at 8 on Georgia Public Broadcasting.
Support for GPB comes from the Warner Robins Museum of Aviation and its new World War II hangar now under construction, honoring the greatest generation and inspiring future generations. The museum is open 7 days a week with free admission.
This is Georgia Public Broadcasting, your PBS station.
This museum is designed to remember what the soldier has done for our country.
I don't want anybody to ever forget what we went through in World War II.
They knew that they had to fight for something, and I think this is the thing that the museum really brings out.
Georgia Traveler is made possible in part by
Few places on earth match Georgia for natural beauty, and we plan to keep it that way. We're Georgia Power, a proud sponsor of public broadcasting. We're on so you can be. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
And by a grant from WETA and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
And by supporters of Georgia Public Broadcasting. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Georgia Traveler. Remember, thanks for watching.
Georgia Traveler is made possible in part by
Few places on earth match Georgia for natural beauty, and we plan to keep it that way. We're Georgia Power, a proud sponsor of public broadcasting. We're on so you can be. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
And by a grant from WETA and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
And by supporters of Georgia Public Broadcasting. Thank you.
Stay tuned now for tonight's encore presentation of Part 1 of Ken Burns' landmark documentary, The War, coming up next on Georgia Public Broadcasting.